One small announcement. May I have your kind attention, please? Vehicle number 6679. Vehicle number 6679 is parked in the wrong place. Kindly take attention. Vehicle number 6679. Thank you.
దాంట్లో ఉంటుంది నా బ్యాగ్లో బ్యాగ్ ఉంటుంది ఆ KLH. హలో వచ్చిందా చూసుకో ఏమో చేసిన ఆల్రెడీ KLH కనబడుతున్నా నీకు ఎక్కడ ఉన్నారు మీరు ABC పెడితే ఏం బాగా తక్కువ చేస్తా 64 అది ఫుల్ ఉంది అలా ఆల్రెడీ ఉంది భయ్యా సైడ్ కొత్త సైడ్ పక్కన ఉంటుంది ముందు బ్యాగులే సైడ్ పాకెట్లు హలో సరిపోతులే అది నీకు టీవీలో పెట్టినా ప్లే అవుతుంది క్వాలిటీ రాదని హలో సరే
పెట్టా ఒకటి ఉంది కదా ఇంకొకటి ఫోటో స్టేట్ ఉంది కదా అలాగే మనం పెట్టేసి దాన్ని క్యాన్సిల్ దానికి ఇంకో బ్యాటరీ చూసావా డేటా చూసి
ప్రైవేట్
Good morning to all students, parents, dignitaries, and teachers present here. A very warm welcome to KLH Bachupally Campus Orientation Program 2023. On behalf of KLH Bachupally Campus, I extend my heartfelt greetings and congratulations for joining our esteemed university. Today marks a significant moment in your journey as you step into the next episode of your life. We are excited that you have chosen KLH Bachupally Campus to facilitate your transition from being a student to a professional. KLH Bachupally Campus is devoted to training and grooming young minds and making them ready to face the challenges of the external world. You will learn a lot of new things here, make amazing friends, and forge lifelong memories. It's okay if you mess up. It happens to everyone, and we understand your world. As days passes by, everything turns out well. We just want to tell you that make the most of the resources available here, clarify your doubts immediately, and fill your time with engaging classes, thought-provoking discussions, and enlightening lectures. Our faculty members are committed to providing you with knowledge, guidance, and mentorship.
So, take a deep breath. Embrace this new adventure and cherish every moment. These years will pass by faster than you even realize. Make the most of your time and create this university experience that you will cherish forever. Once again,
Welcome to KLH Bachupally Campus, and here's to an incredible journey ahead.
I take this opportunity to invite our dignitaries on the stage and request to occupy the dais. Our principal sir, Dr. Kotesh Rao, Ms. Sharda, I request you to welcome sir. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. G. Parthasarathi Verma, KLF. Ms. Sharwani Gadgil, I request you to welcome sir. Our esteemed guest of the day, Honorable President Shri K. Satyanarayana Garu, KLF. Shri Lakshmi ma'am, I request you to welcome sir. Mr. Shrikant Surampudi, General Manager HR and Regional Head Human Resource, TCS, Hyderabad. Ms. Sharwani Gadgil, I request you to welcome sir. Dr. G. Ravichandra, General Manager, HR, Tech Mahindra. Mr. Richard King, Regional Head, Academic Interface Program, TCS, Hyderabad, will be joining soon. Dean Skill Development, Dr. A. Srinath, KLF. Ms. Shravani, I request you to welcome sir. Additional Dean Academics, Professor Harikiran Vege, KLEF. Ms. Shweta Nagashri, I request you to welcome sir. Dr. A. Ramakrishna, Principal, KLH Aziz Nagar. Ms. Srilakshmi, I request you to welcome sir. Dr. J. Srinivasa Rao, KLEF, Director Admissions. Ms. Sharda, I request you to welcome sir. May I request the dignitaries of the day to lighting the lamp and invoke the deities, followed by prayer song.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलत्वायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुल्हप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्मसदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्र परित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्डकण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for creating this enchanting atmosphere. We have Dr. G. Ravichandra among us today, who is General Manager HR for Tech Mahindra. Ms. Jayanti, I request you to welcome sir. and also Mr. Richard King, Regional Head, Academic Interface Program, TCS, Hyderabad. Ms. Dr. Sri Lakshmi, I request you to welcome sir. May I request Ms. Shalwani to introduce our KLH Bachupally Campus Principal, Dr. Kotesh Rao.
Thank you. It's my honor to introduce Dr. L. Koteshwar Rao, sir. Dr. L. Koteshwar Rao holds his BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering from JNT College of Engineering, Kakinada. His Master of Engineering from Andhra University College of Engineering, Visakhapatnam. He received his PhD degree with a specialization in computer vision from Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad. His research interests are computer vision, deep learning, and Internet of Things. He has guided more than 100 BTech projects and 20 MTech projects in the field of ECE. He is the senior member of professional bodies such as IEEE, ISTE, and IAENG. He has published more than 40 research papers in international journals of repute and 16 international conferences. Currently, he is guiding 8 research scholars. Dr. Rao has 7 patents and an industry consultancy project worth 10 lakhs. He has also authored 2 textbooks in the field of ECE, one of them by the famous publisher Taylor and Francis. He has 20 years of teaching and research experience in India and abroad. Professor Rao started his career in 2001 and went on to pursue his master's and doctoral degrees. Before joining KLH, he has worked in reputed engineering colleges and in a university in Hyderabad and served various roles of HOD, Vice Principal, Officer in Charge of Examinations, Coordinator, Center for Entrepreneurships, Coordination Internships, and so on. He joined KLH in 2018 as a Professor of ECE. He has served as the HOD of ECE, Associate Dean Student Affairs, and was the Principal at the KLH Aziz Nagar campus. Currently, he is the Principal of KLH Bachupally campus. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gadgil. I request Dr. Kotesh Rao to enlighten the gathering by his few words.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, Honorable President, KLH Lakshmi Education Foundation, Sri K. Satyanarayana Garu, Honorable Vice Chancellor of KL University, G. Pathasarthi Varma Garu, guests for today, Sri Srikant Surampudi, Dr. G. Ravichandran Garu, Sri Richard King Garu, and my colleagues, Dr. Srinath, Skill Development, KL University, Professor Harikiran, Additional Dean, Academics, Principal, KLH Aziz Nagar Campus, Dr. A. Ramakrishna, Director Admissions, KL University, Dr. J.S. Rao, respected parents, students, good morning to you all on this auspicious occasion of Orientation Day program for 2023 batch of BTech students in this campus. It's a privilege for me to stand before you as the principal of this prestigious university, which has the legacy of more than 43 years, having started as an engineering college in Andhra Pradesh, has grown to a big entity in the country as one of the leading institutions in the country, one of the bestest universities in the country, and moving towards to become the best universities in the world. As a principal, I perfectly thank all the parents at the KL University. We have seen the credibility of university. Though it's a new campus, you have lot of hopes on this university, and you have admitted your award without any hesitation. So I congratulate all the parents for the wonderful for choosing this university for their child's bright future and golden way ahead. When it comes to the university, there are different units which are driving from multiple corners. For any university, or for that matter any academic institution, we have a set procedures which are driving these universities, campuses I mean. May it be in Vijayawada, may it be in Nagar, may it be Bachupally or in Kondapur. Whatever it is, wherever it is, the force behind this is our Honorable President Sir and Honorable Vice President Sir, who are always there to guide us, to plan meticulously and execute it towards the end result. It's only the result that speaks, not the words, that we believe strongly that action only is proven last 40 years. After becoming a university in 2009, university has seen 100% placement and is striving to get the better, higher packages every year on year. The process is refined, process is being refined to give you the best. In 2023, we have got the highest package ever in the history of KL University. My colleague will explain you in detail, because we have Dean Skill Development, we have Additional Dean Academics, we have Director Placements, also the Principal KLH Aziznagar Campus, Dr. Ram Krishna, and our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, to speak about the practices there. Very specifically to KLH Bachupally campus, when you ask me, so many of the parents here have interacted with me in length. We have discussed in length whole day, sometimes hours together, and you have inquired everything, but still this is the right platform to tell why this is the prominent universities. Why should I admit my son or daughter in your university? That was the first question that was asked by the parents or the relatives when they accompanied them during the admission process. So I always tell that the first and foremost thing is the academics, how we plan and how we execute, how we deliver. In this process, as you know that the main role is played by the faculty members, and KL University is always in the forefront to pick the best of the best in the market without compromising on the quality of the faculty members. So in this context, I'm not really focusing on it. The key points are highlighted on it. In this aspect, the faculty of this campus are drawn from the reputed institutions in the country, or some of them are from the abroad as well. At least 50% of our faculty members have the international exposure, where they have completed their PhD or postdoctoral fellowships, worked in abroad, in different countries, having rich experience. And we have picked the faculty members with an average experience of 9.5 years, which is really a wonderful thing. It's a really tough task these days to get the faculty members, the best faculty members. We put a lot of effort, and our Honorable President Sir is providing the best, especially for this campus, to give the best of the best. When we have experiences in the main campus at Vadeswaram and other campus at Aziznagar, taking the best of that two campuses and planning towards the bestest again, the role is to be played by the faculty members. We strongly believe that an institution can be built with the core support from the faculty members also. So we have picked that faculty members with a cross-section of organizations having vast experience, varying from, as I told you, 90% of our faculty members are doctorates or are to be completed. Hardly 10% are to get their degree into hands. But I can say proudly on this forum that 90% of our faculty members of this campus are doctorates, with a 50% again from NITs and IITs. I think you might have seen the profiles before we reach here. There was a presentation. You might have seen already the profiles of our faculty. Coming to this, we have changed the pedagogies. Though the additional Dean Academics will cover in length later, but let me touch upon some of the points. The age-old concepts of classroom teaching is slightly changed, not slightly, changed a lot, where the student is expecting a lot of practical approach. So our management is very keen about providing the practical, more of practical knowledge, more of skill-based education. People talk outside, but we implement here. They do talk, we do have that, but we meticulously implement it, and we have got wonderful results in last few years. So that is again the driving force is our President Sir and Honorable Vice President Sir. During COVID pandemic, it could not stop the university to grow further, to grow. We have beaten the challenges that the world has faced. Though there were a lot of challenges in 2020 and 21, we could do wonderful job providing all the placements and skill-based education with all online mode without compromising on the quality of education. Probably we were the first university to complete all our academics on time in 2021 without taking the excuse of COVID pandemic. As part of it, we believe that flipped classroom model is, people talk about, but we have implemented, we are implementing, and we will implement it in future as well, where the student is truly included in the teaching and learning practice, where the student spends a lot of time at home reading, preparing something. The classroom is exclusively, it should be meant for discussion rather than a monotonous, old-aged teaching without giving any scope for interactions and discussions. So we believe that flipped classroom will definitely make a huge difference in the experiential learning. And the second one is honors degree, which is again a unique thing to be highlighted for university. At this university, after first year, after 2 semesters are over, we take the performance into account, the CGPA, and we conduct a test to segregate the student, to separate the students into regular and honors. We implement the true honors program, where the students of honors will spend most of the time in practicals, in projects, not theory. Their exam pattern is different, their project pattern is different than the regular student. We would like to see most of our students pick the honors program, but for that, you need to work hard, you need to maintain your grade points, as well as you need to prove your ability in coding and analytical skills. That is open for everyone, but of course there is a competition for it. Then, as part of honors, not just studying one extra course, you give 4 credits if you study one course. The regular student studies 4 courses. As a honor student, I study 5 courses. That's it. It may be patterned somewhere. But here in our university, we make it a fully project-based learning, a true project-based learning, where the student has to do projects, has to undergo some projects. Then there is an evaluation. Evaluation will be done by the industry expert. You may believe, you have to, industry experts, we call it very occasionally, and we make them partner with our academic processes. They come, they interact with our students, they assess our students' projects, they grade the projects, not me grading as a principal or as a faculty member. It may not be justified if I grade my student as a O-grade student based on my assessment, but it is always justified if someone from industry comes and assess your student and label your student as a grade or O-grade. That should be the case for a project-based learning. So we call industry experts. Being in Hyderabad, we take the advantage of Hyderabad city, calling the industry experts occasionally, having the presence of 40 years with a lot of alumni base. We use our alumni network to call them, to make them a part of our academic processes. So academic is always, as I told you in the beginning, it's not just only classroom teaching. There are a lot of things. When it comes to the project-based learning, very common question that comes to the minds of students or parents is, how can you assess the performance of students if there 4 are involved? Obviously, you have the model, you have the rubrics to evaluate the student's performance. How much is the involvement of each and every individual student? Then comes the credit transfer. This is also one of the key features of our university. For last 3 years, our Honorable President Sir and Honorable Vice President Sir are insisting for or motivating us towards internationalization. We have already proven our ability in the country and in both regions, both Telugu states as well as in South India and India as well. The rankings show what we are. Now is the time has come for us to grow into international level. Definitely, when you have some students interested to pursue a part of their course in foreign universities, they study sometime, they spend a semester, they spend 1 year, there is a credit transfer model where the student will have a lot of international exposure too. So the Dean Academics will talk about it later. Then comes very, very valid these days, anti-plagiarism policy, which is more alarming, more concerning these days, which is very dangerous these days. For the last 3 years, the students have been using the internet and online platform and digital platforms rapidly, very quickly, as well as widely they are using, and there is always a possibility of copying. So KLH University is very, very strict about the plagiarism. We have the mechanism to check each and every individual's assignments and project submissions thoroughly. There is a dedicated team for plagiarism check. So there is no way that a student can copy and submit the assignments. If you are of that interest, if you are of that attitude, you please change. You have to think of, you have to work hard and give us the genuine output. So there is no space for any such kind of activities or a shortcut. There is no shortcut as well in our academics. And the next is, whenever a student comes to the first year, the first question they ask is, what is the CGPA that I need to maintain? When you are starting your journey today, you have to make your mind, you have to plan your career by planning to get at least 8.5 CGPA. 8.5 CGPA, I am insisting. There are so many cases where you may be filtered based on your CGPA for various placements or internships. For that purpose, I can just give an example, summary very quickly. Last year, after the completion of all our placements, so we have done all our placements, and suddenly we got a call, we got a message from Apple India to recruit our people, both the campuses. They asked for throughout 9 CGPA, 10th, inter and BTech. That's where you will identify the importance of getting 9 CGPA. Automatically, you are filtered out if your CGPA is lesser than 9. Probably we are the only university where Apple conducted the campus interviews in both Telugu states. And coming to the beyond academics, we have a concept called EPICS to make our student reach outside world, which is again the need of the hour. Our Honorable President Sir always tells, unless your student reaches the society, there is no meaning of education. Truly, EPICS is all about it. Engineering projects in community service. This initiative was taken by Purdue University, USA long back, and they have been doing it for many decades. And they have taken a lot of steps spreading the concept of EPICS across the globe. And we are delighted to inform you that the Purdue University's director of EPICS is visiting professor to our campuses, both Vijayawada and Hyderabad campuses. He has interacted with our students, William Oaks. He has evaluated the projects. Various phases are there. It's not just one project submission and getting your grade. It is all about finding out the solutions to the engineering problems that are faced by the society, that's faced by the community. So our students getting exposure to talk to the people outside at least once in a week or twice in a week or a fortnight, once in a fortnight or twice in a month, like that. We have a schedule, and based on that we give the credits to it as well. Very simply speaking, for every activity you do, there is a credit policy. If you spend more hours, if you give you the best performance, if you give us the best performance, we will give you the credits, equivalent credits, as per the time spent, as per the weightage, as per everything, as per our academic policies. Then, when it comes to the entrepreneurship, though, and as I told you, there are people to talk about, we have the advantage of being present, having presence in Hyderabad. So the students are encouraged to get involved into entrepreneurship from the day one. There is no boundary for you. As I told you many times during our interactions during admission process, I've told you that a student of first year is not limited to do anything bigger. We won't restrict you telling that you are a first year student, you should learn many things. No such things. You want to start something from day one, we will encourage. Campus and companies is the concept of today. We would like to see, we have already proven in multiple aspects of entrepreneurship across our universities. Coming to the entrepreneurship support, entrepreneurial support, there is a dedicated cell, not like a job seeker. We want our students to be job givers as well tomorrow. If you see the people around you, you might have come across at least one or two alumni in your network. They are already entrepreneurs. They're already vice presidents or presidents, CEOs of various companies who has already proven XYZ persons, already established companies, giving opportunity to many people. We would like to see our students also to become successful entrepreneurs. This is another concept that we are following at KLH as well as in Vijayawada campus. And coding practice for this campus exclusively, as I promised during our interactions, coding is not a punishment. Coding has to be a culture. That's what we would like to see tomorrow onwards. We have a dedicated mechanism. We have the people here. We have a team, good team, working towards it, making the coding as a regular model apart from your academics. Morning session, if you complete the classwork, afternoon onwards you should spend time on coding. In future, people will talk in terms of code, in terms of coding. That's where we are emphasizing mostly on the coding skills with a dedicated team of people. Of course, this is across the university campuses, and we are also part of it. We are initiating it in a meticulous manner. You will see the wonderful results in coming months. Coding is again beyond academics. That's the reason when you do a coding, student may think that if I copy a code from some other Git or XYZ, what is that you get? What is that I get? As I told you, there is always a policy to filter out the unnecessary copying things. So then, one more thing is through various hackathons, and that is our regular process of our university. It's very systematically organized events are there. Beyond academics, you have hobby clubs will make our students develop, getting exposure in multiple aspects, may it be singing, may it be dancing, or you play, you sing, you dance, anything in the campus. We have the hobby clubs. Not just the hobby, we have the student activity council, which is working towards your hobby is becoming an innovation, the innovation to lead towards an entrepreneurship. It is not just the hobby. There is a team of people which is working towards this concept. It's not confined to your only a simple hobby, but that hobby becoming innovation, and that's becoming entrepreneurship. And next is One more concept I missed is the discipline. The discipline, as during our interactions, many parents requested me, or for that matter, the university, to take care of discipline. The reason being, whatever may be reason of the last 3 years after COVID, students are attracted to the mobiles, attracted to the online platforms and all that. Parents have requested or requesting us to ensure the discipline. Being the best universities, one of the best universities in the country, and we ensure that discipline is not compromised. There is always a restricted freedom in the campus. You don't worry about your freedom, but you should always be disciplined. It starts from the dress code, it starts from your learning, it starts from how you behave with others, your friends, your peers, your relatives, everything. That's what parents say. When I interact with parents of previous campus, they say after joining your campus, there is a lot of change in my ward's behavior. I'm really happy, we are really happy for it. That's what parents say. That is all what we teach, what we make them students understand. Because the students spend 8 hours with our campus, in our campus. Those 8 hours are very crucial for us to shape their career. So obviously, we ensure 100% discipline is maintained and we are known for discipline. At the same time, we give a lot of freedom to explore, to learn new things, to experience new things and to grow further. Before concluding my remarks, I once again thank all the parents and students. It is all because of the visionary leadership of our Honorable President Sir, who always advises, who always gives us directions, wonderful guidance with his vast experience in technical institution for last 43 years, which is not there in any country, in any institution in the country. Very few people are there, I can say proudly that it's very difficult to get the experienced resource to guide. Though I may be having 20 years of experience, it is always a continuous learning. And we are here to learn and we are here to follow. And there is also dynamic leadership of our Honorable Vice President Sri Avish Garu, who is always there to explore the latest happenings across the globe and update us time to time. Sometimes we get surprised to see what Sir says when he goes to abroad, when he visits any foreign university, calls from there directly and asks, can we do this or no? We never say that, and I never said that we can't do. There is always a possibility to fail, but in the process we learn. That's what he teaches us, he guides us. The wonderful combination of experience with the dynamism is really driving this university towards the excellence, and I'm sure that you will get what you are expecting for within 3 years. As I told you multiple times earlier during our interaction, we don't wait till 4 years. People say that you work hard for 4 years, your future will be there for 40 years, but we have changed that rule and we are telling that you start from day one, you change your career. You don't need to wait for 4 years. Even if you are done with your academics, you don't need to attend the classes. If you can perform well, if you can get 9 CGPA, there is a policy of our university where you can attend internships, where you can do foreign internship programs, etc. A lot of other flexibilities where our National Dean Academics will touch those aspects as well. There is no boundary for it. What I mean to say is, you want to start some startup in the campus, on the campus, we provide you the space. You want to be the star of the coding, we support you. You want to be the other model, like any singer or any sports person or any hobby or you have any ambition, you take our support, you take our vast experience of 43 years, having seen a lot of use cases. You won't find any use cases except in KL. You go across the country, any university, you won't find use cases. You tell something, I can tell one use case. As a principal of this campus earlier for about 3 years, 2.5 years to 3 years, I can tell numerous use cases where the student can get extremely good success, where the student can get normal success. Success is also different types. I wish all the best for my students. Hope We'll join again, we'll meet again very soon and very regularly, and I'll be in touch with you frequently everywhere. And I request our parents to cooperate with us in any aspect. You and me means university join together and shape the students' future. Let us bring the wonderful career to our students. Because from now onwards you became our students, and you have joined the KLU family, which is more than 50,000 plus students across. With these few words, once again, I thank the Honorable President, sir, for giving me the opportunity, for guiding me for all last many years. Every interaction is fruitful, was very useful and fruitful, and with a lot of insights, which you cannot get, which I cannot get just like that. That is invaluable, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And I thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, who is always motivating us with also my colleague Deans, Skill Development, Srinath Garu, who has helped me a lot, who has extended his vast experience and support during my tenure as the principal at KLH Nagar campus. And I really enjoyed my stay. I really did my job at KLH Nagar with a 100% commitment, and I would like to continue that with more excitement and more commitment. Thank you so much. Last but not the least, our Director Admissions, J.S. Rao Garu, who is always there. For the last 3 years we have been working together, who has motivated you, who has visited many colleges. Many of the college students might have seen him already. He has visited, he has spoken to students in both Telugu states, Karnataka, across the country, more than 1 lakh students. I take this opportunity to congratulate Dr. J.S. Rao Garu for his wonderful achievement, which is not possible without any commitment, without any other responsibility. He is the whole and sole responsible person for this all admissions process. I thank once again Dr. J.S. Rao Garu for his continuous support in the admission process. Thank you. Good day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our beloved Principal Sir, for enlightening our dear parents and students thoroughly. Now I request Ms. Atisha Rai to introduce our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. G. Parthasarathi Verma, KLEF.
Thank you, Purnima. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. G. Parthasarathi Verma. Professor Verma, the Vice Chancellor of KLH, is renowned for his extensive leadership experience in the realm of Indian higher education. His unwavering dedication to enhancing student opportunities, driving academic innovation, and promoting the university's civic engagement and service to society has earned him widespread recognition. In the past, he has assumed the esteemed role of chairman for the Indian Society for Technical Education, AP. His expertise was acknowledged by the Telangana and AP governments when he was nominated as a member of the TS-MCET Test Committee in 2021 and the AP-MCET Admission Committee in 2016. Professor Verma's valuable insights have been sought after by many prestigious organizations. He served as a distinguished peer team visit member for NAC and as an expert committee member for the UGC. During his distinguished career, Professor Verma has held several significant positions, including the post of Pro Vice Chancellor, the CEO of Center for Innovation Incubation Entrepreneurship, and Director of University Development at KLH. He has received several awards, including the Top 100 Educators Award in 2015, awarded by International Biographical Center, Cambridge in England, and the Best Researcher Award by JNTU Kakinada in 2018. Professor Verma's exceptional leadership and active involvement in various educational spheres have made a lasting impact on the Indian higher education landscape.
Thank you so much, Ms. Rai. I request our beloved Vice Chancellor, sir, to speak few words and address the gathering.
Very good morning to all of you at this place, and I welcome all the dignitaries on the dais. Firstly, the Honorable Chancellor of the University, KLH Bachupally, and the Chief Guest and good friend of all of us, the Chief Guest of today's event, and Srikanth Surampudi, a good friend of all of us from TCS, from a long relationship from last 30 years with the Tech Mahindra, and Ravichandran Garu, and another good friend from TCS, Richard, and which is connected to the campus from last almost 20 years to this campus, and my colleagues and student friends and the parents, and I welcome you to the KL University family, and I really congratulate all of you for getting admission into the KL University. It's a brand created, by the alma mater of this campus, and from here, KL University, 43 years of journey, established in 1980, and from that onwards, 60,000 students has passed out from these campuses, and they are sharing the workforce of the total world, proven to the best of its kind. That was the brand of the KL University, and they are there in every nook and corner of this world, and they have proven the best of its kind. And when you just specify these areas, and people are there, and almost 1,500 entrepreneurs, when good entrepreneurs with more than 100 crores turnovers, some of them are more than with 500 crores of turnovers, and people establish their own companies, India and abroad, all over the world, and international community, they're proven to the best entrepreneurs. Then there are almost 800 CEOs, 1,500 vice presidents, MLAs, MPs, ministers, film directors, film actors, and IAS officers, IIT professors, and all of them was produced from this campus where you're sitting at this place. And all of them has passed the same process which you're undergoing in this process and proven to the best of its kind. And this campus university and definitely will create your environment so that actually you can develop your personality in a different direction. And we are committed for building your career in all directions of the aspects of this place. We're committed for building your career in this place. In that connect, that brand was given us with a value of the ranking system. In the national wide, we have proven the best of its kind. And in national wide, we are there in top 28 in the universities ranking. And engineering college ranking, we are there in 44. And this is not only today. This was starting from last 6 years where the ranking was started in NRF ranking. We are almost in every top 50 rankings from the inception of the ranking systems are there. That proves that the quality education, the research, the innovation, and the outcomes we will give to the students in this commitment at this place. And here, I tell you that actually not only the national-wide rankings here, we entered in the international standards, and we kept our footsteps in the international rankings also. QS ranking is the best ranking in the world, and in that QS ranking, we are there in top 300 to 400 ranking in Young Universities ranking, and 500 to 600 in Asian Universities ranking, and 600 to 800 in worldwide ranking of QS ranking out there. And we also have QS IGS platinum ranking out there. That's the best ranking proven to the best of its kind. And similarly, there is a Times Higher Education ranking in the worldwide ranking, which is in this process we are there in 600 to 800 ranking in this activity. This is all this because the quality education and the research we do in this campus with the activity of the outcomes we deliver to the students in this process. In this connect, I would like to mention that actually there are, student career when we talk about, we provide different types of careers at this place. One is innovation and incubation or entrepreneurship it is. The second one is actually the placement activity. The third one is actually the higher education. The fourth one is actually the other one is actually the government services or group and activities at this place. When you just come to the innovation, incubation and entrepreneurship, the campus is the highest facility. Atal Community Incubation Centers are there, funded with something like 5 crores, and also having, the TBI Technology Business Incubation Center of DST Department of Science and Technology, which is funded around 10 crores, and we also have tied from Ministry of Electronics and IT. It is 2 crores funded project, and MSME incubation centers are also there, and it is worth of 1.2 crores, and another IPFC, Intellectual Property Facilitation Center. So all this rarely in India, only one university is having, that is only the KL University is having this, all these facilities of 5 incubation centers in the campus, and that was produced almost 180 startups in the campus. We provide you, we put you in a design thinking process, a critical thinking process. And when you just entered the campus in the first year itself, you'll be undergoing a design thinking process so that your mindset can always think that in a different direction of the solutions. When what are the solutions given by the teacher is not the only solution out there. You can explore it in different directions so that when different solutions can be think in this direction, the design thinking, ideathons will be conducted, ideas can be presented there, and that followed by ideathons to prototyping and project making out there, that project making to prototyping to a startup out there, startup to acceleration, and that too followed by the venture capitalist activities out there. These are all facilities that are available in the campus for putting your idea to words to become an entrepreneurship to a startup process in this place. The people select that entrepreneurship, it's a venturing your activity, and it's a wonderful journey, and it's proven to the best of its kind, and that was the opportunity you have on this campus. Other one is the placement. When you talk about the placement here, 80% of students takes a placement, and KL has a continuous journey of placement from 2004 onwards. 100% placement is given to the every student who is registered and qualified, and for that all the students from BTech to every level, MHS, MBA or BBA, whatever it is, whatever course it is, KL is committed for the placement activity out there. It is 100% of placement is going on from almost 2004 onwards to so far. It's a track record we have for the eligible and those who are interested students, registered students only it is applied for it. So in that connect, 100% is moved to now. It is from last 6 years we moved to the high packages. We are working on it actually, the high packages. Last year 4,600 placements has happened. The number of students over there is 2,200, and that means more than 2 offers for every student got that actually. The average package last year is 8.5 lakhs out there. The highest package is 60 lakhs package when CTC, it is always CTC, and it may have the components of CTC means it also have the stock options, and all those components will be there actually. LPA plus the stock options, all these combinations will be there. And last year, more than 35 numbers got more than 46 lakhs package from Amazon, Microsoft, and all these companies are there. And more than 20 lakhs package when we talk about almost there is 150 numbers are there. More than 10 lakhs package when we talk about it is almost to 600 numbers. And this speaks out actually more than 5 lakhs almost to 1800 students are there in this process. So that speaks actually the value of the placement we provide for the career opportunity out there, and the placement doesn't happen overnight, right? So for this, there are a lot of processes undergone by student, and the process you follow for the placement activity in this place is actually in the first year itself. When you enter into the campus, you have a course That course followed by, the coding competitions will be done, and will keep you in working on the Hacker Rank and Hacker Earth. Hacker Rank and Hacker Earth are the platforms where your coding skills is ranked internationally, and will put you to solve the problems of the Hacker Rank and Hacker Earth in the first year itself, so that you'll expose to the activities in this process out there. Once you do that, you will be certified by another agency called NPTEL actually for coding activity, and the certification is done actually for the coding activity in the first and second semester itself, and that followed by next one is called actually in the third year itself we'll put you in CodeChef activity and CodeChef rankings out there. CodeChef, Lead Code, and Code Forces. There are three platforms where the major industry, product-based industry, checks the ranking system in that activities in that connect. If you have to select into the process, the international ranking is Code Forces. The Lead Code will give you the total scenario of your coding system out there. We put you into that process, and once you do that, actually you will be listed out in the worldwide ranking, and companies will pick after that in this process. It is not only the coding skills expected, you also expected the verbal, quant, and analytics process also. That will be trained in this process, and you will also be kept into the competitions called different competitions and challenges in this called. E-litmus, then also you will be putting into the platforms of CodeCubes and all this, and you will see that actually your abilities in this process to be taken care in this activity. Not only the coding platforms here, skilling is important. Without skilling, nothing is possible out here. So in that connect, when latest skilling components is in the curriculum it is included, the different cohorts. It may be cloud, it may be cybersecurity, it may be artificial intelligence, it may be nanotechnologies, it may be VLC design, it may be whatever it is. It is 33 cohorts was designed in the curriculum actually, and in that design itself, the certifications is placed in the part of the curriculum itself and make you to skill in the process out there. Skilling is already kept in the curriculum itself, and skilling component is also there in evaluating the process out there. So once you skill actually in the curriculum itself, you say that I'm best in this skilling process out there. That is not enough actually. In Amirpet or whatever place it is, you will get skill, you will get trained out there, and you will get a certificate. That certification is not only enough for you say that actually I'm skilled in some IoT course. It cannot be said that actually the certificate which is given by a training institute. In that connect, we have taken a concept called benchmarking your skill set to levels, different levels. To do that, actually, we take you to global certifications and make you to work out on global certifications, and when you get certified into the global certification out there. In that connect, suppose if it say AWS, if it say it is a practitioner, followed by associate architect, followed by DevOps, it is GCP when it calls actually in cloud. GCP is in Google Cloud, it is actually, and it is Azure is Azure is actually the Microsoft Cloud. It is. Whatever platform you want to select, you can select that. You get certified into different levels. Once you do that, the companies actually believe that you are certified in this particular level. It is all over the world. It is accepted global certifications. In that connect, I would like to say that last year we have done 15,200 certifications was done by our global certifications was done by our students in different platforms. It's not only in cloud, it is TensorFlow, it is in cybersecurity, it is all the platforms. It was done by our students at this place, and it is I can proudly say that this is the key factor for success of the KL University in this place, because all over India, the 50% of the global certification share is from KL University. We are proud to announce that actually last year, the Amazon got a doubt that actually how these guys are doing it actually in this process. They came to the campus and verified all our process. They said actually the wonderful job you're doing in the certifications here. Not only in Amazon it is happening from Salesforce, ServiceNow, Pega, it is happening from MuleSoft, it is happening from all these areas. Tassard, it is VLC design out there. It is when it comes to AutoSAR, PLCs, all these areas was taken care of the process and make you to certify. We believe that the skilling certification will give you a perfect job in this process. The other side, when it comes here, industry expects day one product. It's not the coding. Coding is one part. Wiki or verbal content is one part. Other part is skilling out there. They expect you to work on a project. That's major important thing. In that connect, you need to work on internship, and definitely that is provided by the KL University. Once you do that, you will become an expertise in applying your skill sets to handle and project handling out there, and that gives you a lot of scenario to a day one product, so that you will be getting the jobs in this. The secret behind this placement career, the package here is this process which you undergo will give you a best package in the process, and you can utilize in this direction. The other career is actually the higher education system. When you talk about higher education, we're connected with almost 120 foreign universities, and we have an international cell out there. The students when you're studying out here, you can go abroad. Semester abroad program is there. Year abroad program is there. Internship abroad program is there actually. In all this process, when you can undergo the process, and we also train you to GRE and TOEFL, and in that process, almost last year 800 students got higher education abroad, and also give the GATE trainings out there. In that process, the students will get into the national higher education process in IITs and NITs in this process. I'd like to tell you that actually last year we did international placements also. More than 100 international placements we did. The highest package in international placements is 96 lakhs it is. It is it is in USA, and we did the placements in different areas like Japan, and we did in Europe, we did in Germany, and different places. In that connect, when you have a track called foreign language cell, and you need to undergo the foreign language process, and Japanese language levels are there, ABC levels are there, German language ABC level is there. All this is in the campus. It is a part of curriculum. Everyone has to do the foreign language process, and what level you're going to certify is important, and that level it is there, and you will be allowed to the international placements out there. Once you do that, your career will be settled in international environment in this scenario. The other side, you have the group examinations, civil services training in this process, the campus, and you are trained for IAS and group services out there, and several people get selected in groups activities out there, and different gate examinations for getting in the government services in this activity. So in this connect, these four careers, opportunities can be catched up by you. You can pick up your opportunity, and you can catch up the career path, and you can work out in this process. I'd like to tell you this place, you guys are not ABC generation, it is the generation of Z at this place. Generation of Z, it has moved to the next level also. What I mean to say at this place is your parents, or we are maybe an X generation, and when the generation, when your grandparents started with a career with the TVs, and your fathers, everything is generated with, started with the computers generation, it is laptops, your mobile generation, and you're born with mobiles out there, tabs out there, and now without mobile, even without a heart you can live. Without mobile, no one is ready to live in this in this hall itself. So what I want to say at this place is actually this generation will always give you a lot of opportunities. Your generation is not for your workforce which you're training for you. When we are training you at this place, is not for international workforce at this place. Your generation is SpaceX generation it is. And no one thought in the world that actually touring can be done in this space. When no one thought that actually, when I talk about touring, it is a national, international touring we thought actually, and we imagined that. And suddenly 6 years back, SpaceX program was started. Now everyone is talking about SpaceX touring out there. People are going to Moon, Mars, and your generation will definitely work in the next coming 5 years in the SpaceX programs, and definitely I'll see most of you maybe in the age of another coming 10 years. You'll work with in the Mars and Moon. You'll communicate with the aliens. You'll do business with aliens. It's not only the international business; it is the universal business is going to be done for your generation. Not only that, the 5G has come up right now. 5G and 6G may come up in this process. Now the data and mobile data, all these things are happening at this place. Now the mobiles is going to switch over, mobile data is going to switch over to the satellite communication out there. Now 5G technologies, when we talk about, when it is, the thing is actually any device in this world can be operated from the 5G technology out there. Coming technologies is going to be operating the devices, not on the communication out there. Video and phone call and in the gaming, it's not that actually. It is going to be generation going to change in a direction that you can operate your kitchen from here. Now you're operating your all home appliances like phone and telephone and also fans, AC switching on, and your cameras you're operating right now in your mobile phone. Future generation is going to create your kitchen can be operated from this place. You can cook your curry by the time you go back to your home from here through an app, and you can supply a biryani. You can operate it. You can operate your sister's kitchen in US from this place with an app. If you click on biryani, it will prepare the biryani in that particular place, and you will serve them in this process. And the robots has come up. Artificial intelligence has moved to a different direction. ChatGPT has come up. Actually, robots are anchoring it. Robots are news readers, and I tell you, this place, your kitchen can be automated in such a way that actually, if you select the app, the ingredients, it will prepare everything and give it to you. You are that generation. For that, you are meant for it actually. And now gaming is happening in the mobile phones. It's not that actually. Every device in this world can be operated, and that is the generation. Nanotechnologies has come up actually. Nanotechnologies, you don't see your walls out there. When nanoparticles will be there, small thin walls will be there. Inside that actually, you'll see the mics, you see the screens, projectors, everything. You don't see this projector like this. You'll see the edge sheet and the projector out there. These are the generations, you're the generation for that. It is, whatever I'm telling you at this place is only for the next 5 years of the vision which is going to come in the technology. And there are a lot of biotechnological environments is happening. All medicines is going to convert towards gene technology. And they operate when testing on gene technology, bioinformatics in this process. So what I'm speaking at this place is 0.001% it is. You're going to generate a lot of wonderful things in the future technologies. What I mean to say at this place is, today, if I design a curriculum for you for today, it is not sufficient. KL University has a research team to design a curriculum out there, and we design a curriculum for the next coming 5 years. What are the technologies are there? We always interact with industry people. We have a lot of connect with the industry people. We always observe that actually now future is AutoSAR. We have already taken that AutoSAR. Physical cyber systems is the future. We've taken the physical cyber systems into the process, and PLCs are the future that was taken into that. Industry input is taken into it. Alumni input is taken into it. Our research team will prepare the curriculum out there from the Dean Academics and Environmental Displays. And this is the one part actually which is happening in the KL University. And not only it is not only sufficient, we thought actually from last 4 years what we thought is not only this input from the industry is not sufficient, because all industries will serve the needs of the society, needs of the people. Needs of the people is varying from every 2 years. Mobile phones are changing, technologies are changing. Every 2 years the needs of the people are changing. Based on that the industry works. For that we also have a component called needs of the society is also identified as the one component, and the visionary which I told you at this place. Next coming 5 years technologies, what are there? That also is one component we have taken. And this industry research is also one component we have taken. When you talk about, when you just go to the Amazon research, we observe the Amazon research, we observe the Microsoft research, we observe different companies research out there, from the industry people out there. Like Amazon, when you speak about, maybe this is 4 years back, their imagination is actually, they don't want to have stores in the land. They want to have stores in the air. They are creating, research is creating actually the bubbles in the air itself, and the drones when I order something in the India Mart or something else actually in this place, the drones will pick that from the bubble out there. Will put you in GPS location out there. This is all the industry research goes on out there. The medicine, pharmacy research goes on like that. All these components is a part of what we're taken into a research team. That research team will create the curriculum at this place, so that the guy who generates, who passed out from the KL University can be suitable for any environment in this place. That is the scenario we have in our campus, and for that's why we are so dynamic, and we could able to produce when whatever technology is needed, we could able to produce when the skilled people to the industry, and this is when 60,000 varieties of people are generated from our campus was having this personality at this place. I'm proud that actually, the brand was created and everyone is taking our brand at this place, and we are very proud that the visionary of leaders of our Chancellor Kunar Sachinaran Garu and our Vice President Avish Garu and Raja Garu is here to drive us and support us in all the areas of taking it to the next directions, and for the commitment that actually building the career of the student is our commitment, and definitely for that we are committed for it. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your invaluable words. We are honored to have our Honorable President, Sri Satyanarayana Garu, KLEF, with us today. I request Ms. Atisha Rai to introduce sir.
Shri Koneru Satyanarayana Garu is the Honorable President of KLH Bachupally University. He is a renowned educationist, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. He has 40 years of experience in educational institutional management and leadership. In January 2023, he received the Lifetime Achievement Award for Philanthropic Services rendered through the education institution. He received this award from the former Vice President of India, Shri Venkaiah Naidu. Mr. Satyanarayana has played a crucial role in transforming the technical education sector over the last 4 decades. Apart from this, he has also adopted 112 villages and is striving to make them smart villages. He has always encouraged students from less resource backgrounds by providing them scholarships and fee concessions. Satyanarayana Garu has also spearheaded various empowerment projects, including the formation of a women's welfare wing at KLH. He firmly believes that only hard work and perseverance are the gateway to success. He is an inspiration to thousands of youth who are pursuing a career in the field of technical education. Sir, we are honored to have you here today.
Thank you, Ms. Rai. I request President Sir to speak few words.
Srikant Surapadi Garu, Dr. G. Ravichandra, Mr. Richard King, and Vice Chancellor Dr. Padasarthi Verma, and Dean Academics Professor Hari Kiran, Dean Skilling and Progression Dr. Srinath, and Director Admissions Srinivas Rao, and Principal Aziz Nagar, Dr. Ramakrishna, and Principal of this campus, Bachupally campus, Dr. Kotesh Rao, my dear young students, parents, faculty, and press. I'm really delighted and I'm extremely happy to associate in this function. Because my principal and my vice chancellor has given you, and further my Dean Academics and Dean Skilling and Progression will be giving you a lot of information about academics and all that. So I don't want to touch anything about the academics. I just want to say, because I very strongly believe academics is not the only thing which is required for a student or for anyone. Academics, I take it only as 50% of learning at KL University. The balance 50% I give for co-curricular activities. You name it, the communication skill, you name it, behavioral skill, you name it, the hobbies, hobby clubs, you name it. sports and games, you name it. We have lot of activities that are designed in timetabled and designed, and we make it mandatory. For your information, any student who has to graduate from KL University must do a certification course in sports, because I very strongly believe that everyone must do at least 1 hour of exercise every day to the body. Human body, it is a must compulsory. So like that, hobbies. So whatever you like, hobby is something which you like. So I expect everyone to spend some time on what you like. Because we don't know why we are born here and we don't know how long we live here. I very strongly believe that we should be happy as long as we live here. So to do that, definitely academics knowledge, technical knowledge is required to lead your life, to make your career and all those things. Definitely it is required. But along with that, you should know how to lead your life, and the social impactness. That's what just now our principal said, that we have started the program, EPICS program. And here at Hyderabad we call it EPICS, and at Vijayawada we call it as a Smart Village Revolution program. So that is the reason we adopted about 100 villages there. See, it's a win-win situation. It is not that I am doing something great for the village. I am definitely doing something for my student. My selfishness is my student. When I send my student to the village, they stay there for about 15 days, spend time with them. These people are realizing how they are blessed with by the God. Otherwise, most of the students, they feel the best of the parents saying that I don't have this, I don't have that. They compare with their friends, they compare with socially so many other people and feel that they are lacking something. When they spend the time in the village, when they go to the village, when they stay there, when they eat there, when they spend the time there, definitely they try to understand how blessed they are. And there is I find lot of difference in the student attitude, because attitude is one thing which is very, 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 very important. I very strongly feel. The attitude, the self-satisfaction, these are certain things, the leadership skills, all these things are required to be taught to the student, along with communication or whatever it is. So we have a lot of programs here at KL University designed and credited. Everything is credited. Everything. Whatever time you spend at KL University, whatever you do it sincerely. I am telling you 100% you are going to become a top class citizen of this country. Definitely you can lead a very good life. See, that's what we are designing here. We have designed a lot of programs here. We have we talk of discipline. KLU means discipline. I tolerate anything, but not indiscipline. Definitely, I give very strict instruction to my faculty, to my principals, to entire administration. I don't believe in these communal issues. I don't believe in any other thing. See, that's the reason actually that we do make students sometimes sit in the roll as per roll number, because otherwise they become friends once they sit. Then there is no question of having this groupism depending on these communities and all those things. I just hate anything. Even in faculty, if I find that, I take very, very severe action. So that is how, because I do believe that everybody in this world, we are born as a human being itself, we are blessed actually. As you know very well, I very strongly believe that God is there everywhere. God is there in everybody. God is not there only in temple or church or masjid or anywhere. God is there everywhere. God is there in every human, every life. It is not only human, every life. He is there in the tree, He is there in an animal. I very strongly believe in that. So people say that doing service to humanity is service to the God. No, I do say now, doing service to the nature. We should do service to the nature. We should see that nature and the climate, because where we are living in, you should give value and importance for the climate also. And so These are various activities we do give importance. Actually, we teach you, we make you do all these things. Not only this, that is the reason actually we have a lot of systems we inbuilt in the timetable itself to teach you all these things. And we may have a lot of rules and regulations. These are all over 40 years of time. With my experience, with my things, we have kept it. Suppose any student or anybody wants to have any change, you can come to us, you can convince me, I will definitely change those rules and all those things. It is not that. It is for the benefit of the students. We have kept all these things. In fact, I give a small advice to the parents also. You have to be watchful about your ward actually. You have to be little careful nowadays, as our VC was just telling, that because this cell phone has got all the advantage and also all the disadvantage. So once you have to be very careful and just be vigilant and watchful, like how your ward is using the cell phone. So it can give a lot of technology, it can give a lot of information, at the same time it can spoil also. Spending too much of time on the cell phone is also not good. Actually, it blocks your mind, and definitely it is not good also. So definitely you need to spend some time on the hobbies also every day, whatever you like. Suppose you like painting, you like dancing, you like games, or you like anything, whatever it is. Trekking, it can be cycling, it can be trekking, whatever it is, whatever you like. We do have a number of clubs, hobby clubs we have technical clubs, and so you become a member of that. It is mandatory actually, you should become member of so one of the clubs actually, the hobby clubs also. Then you should spend some time on the hobbies also. And along with that, we do encourage that you should have very good habits and maintain good health. That is also very, very important. And if you do good exercise and also good sleep also, I do advise, because the good sleep of minimum 7 hours sleep, it is compulsory in a particular time. During the night only, it is not that entire day. That's what I was just telling my Dean Academics, Professor Harikiran. He works almost 18 hours a day. Almost he stays on the campus. He sleeps on the campus in his room. So I told him, it is not good actually. It is not like that. We need to sleep during night only, because we have a lot of connection with the sun. Sunrise, during the sun, when sun is there, we have to finish eating. When sun is there, you are not supposed to sleep. Only when moon is there, you are supposed to sleep. All these things, nature, we are living with the nature, we have to live with the nature. So all these things we do train. So you have to learn all these things, even food habits, sleeping habits, good habits, meeting friends. I think parents also, you should be watchful. You should have friends, but not too many friends. You should have 2-3 good friends, actually. And also you should be watchful. The parents should be watchful with whom these people, because from intermediate now they have come to engineering. Then these people think that suddenly they think they have become something. They have completed engineering. The student psychology is like that. All these years in this +2 and schooling and all that, lot of restrictions are there. So when they come to the college, suddenly they think that they have become total freedom is there. They try to make a bad friendship. That makes all the difference in their life. So parent also should be little watchful. It's not you need not put total the constraints or the movement and all, but still you should be little watchful, like where they are moving, how they are moving, with whom they are spending and all that. Having no friends is also not advisable. You should have friends, but not too many friends, because at KLU definitely your workload is more. The first 3 years, you will be completing your degree, almost all the core requirements, the academic requirements you will be completing by end of 3rd year. 4th year is almost free for you, almost to do the internships, the projects, R&D, all these activities. We have kept to 4th year for that, for self-learning and all these things. So definitely you need to spend the first 3 years is very, very crucial. You need to spend meticulously, you have to think. Don't think that you have just joined an university, you just joined the college and you have all the freedom and all those things. Definitely you have to be very strict, and you are monitored. We are monitoring you. Your movements we monitor, your academic system we monitor. We know what is happening. We have all the systems in place to monitor you. If any student is not doing well, definitely we have to call the parent. I think you don't give us that kind of, you don't make us call your parent actually. Definitely you do behave well, you do study well, you have to do that. As told by our principal, definitely unless you get about 8.5 to 9 CGPA, it is not worth your degree, definitely. Even you do your own business afterwards, even you become an entrepreneur, definitely that is required. I advise all the students to take up this placement also, and placement, because even if you don't need the job also, once you attend the placement and once you get the job, you get a lot of confidence in your life. Definitely, you go for, even going for higher study students, I always recommend that they should attend to the campus interviews. You know, that kind of, that exposure and that experience is different actually. So maybe you think that you know the subject, but when you come across the interview process, definitely you know that your strengths and weaknesses. We do measure your strength and weakness and we give it to you. So that is the reason actually we tell all the students whether they need the job or they don't need the job, definitely to attend this placement drives and all that. And that is one advice I give. And also coming to that other aspects is that morals and ethics. And it is very, very important. We are very, 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 we do check, because after the advent of this, this chat GPT like softwares, you can, when a question is given to you, you can definitely take out from chat GPT and then submit it. Definitely we have all the softwares, the plagiarism softwares, we do put your assignments and all that into the plagiarism software. If any student is found doing any plagiarism or copying all these things, definitely we do take very stringent action. And it is not that for doing for that marks and all these things, but definitely we do believe in the ethics. The companies also, they are more worried about this character of a student, the ethics of the student, all these things. Definitely we give lot of importance, lot of value for these ethics and all these things. And definitely, see this, almost 1980 we started KL as KL College of Engineering, and from last 40 years we have studied the students, their requirements. The main success behind our the KLU is our feedback system actually. We are in constant touch with our stakeholders, that is the students, the alumni, the parents and the industry and the general society. Whoever says anything, even if they criticize us, whoever says anything, we take it in a positive sense and then we try to improve. Even I have 20,000 students on rolls. Even if one student sends me a mail, I immediately react and I try to rectify that to all the 20,000 students. This is the attitude we built with this kind of attitude, with this kind of positive attitude. This is what the students also has to build, the positive attitude. When a faculty member or the principal or any administrator calls you and says that you're doing this and all, you should not take it negatively. So whatever rules we have put here, whatever things we are doing it here, even your parents or the institution or anybody, they say something to you, you should take it positively, not negatively. Not because somebody is telling something means you should not get hurt and then keep quiet in a corner and all those things. You should take it positively. It is for your good. Your parents are telling. It is for your good. The institution is telling. I think I want all of you to take it in a positive sense and develop the positive attitude. And also, another attitude is like this. We have a lot of things like the projects, the number of projects. In projects, we have group activities. Because tomorrow, once you complete your education, you have to go to the industry and work together with your colleagues and all that. Because that is what is very much required. So we try to provide all these things for you. And one more thing is that our faculty members here, as our principal was telling, we have extremely good faculty here. Particularly at Bachupally, we have almost 100%. He was just telling me he has about 100%. I mean 90% completed. maybe that 5-10%, I don't know, maybe very few people who have submitted their PhDs, and they'll be getting very shortly. That means I told him to take only the 100% PhDs. We have PhDs. It is not only that 10-year experience is, in fact, I told him not to take very senior people. 20 years and above, I asked him not to take 20, 25, 30 years experience, because you know very well the subject is changing every year, every 6 months, every month. So the faculty members who have graduated recently in less than 10 years, they have a better knowledge and they are very close to the recent trends and technologies. That is the reason actually I asked him not to take too seniors, only mid-level people we are trying to take. It is not that I told him not to take the juniors nor seniors, mid-level people. I think that is the reason I think he has about 10 years overall experience of 10 years. They are all very good, mostly from IITs and NITs and IIScs like that. They are extremely good. In fact, I have gone through all the biodatas of every faculty member. They are extremely good. I have no doubt about their ability, and definitely they will be excelling. They will be doing extremely good job. And principal is also very capable. He was there with us from the beginning in Aziz Nagar campus. And we started Aziz Nagar campus about 5 years back. And he was there right from the beginning. Last 3 years he worked there as a principal, and he was doing extremely well. That is the reason, in fact, this being a new campus, I shifted him to here. In fact, that is the main reason I wanted him here. Because this campus is almost about 120 acres we acquired. It took me almost 13, 14 years to acquire this land. This I started acquiring before the division of AP and Telangana. And then it took me almost, even now, we have about another 4 or 5 acres in between, small bits. So that is the reason actually delay. Actually, we should have started this campus long time back, because in the acquisition and all these issues, it took us some time actually. Definitely this is going to be a world-class campus. We are going to make it a world-class campus. And in Vijayawada we have majority of engineering, even though we have other courses also, sciences, arts and all that. But majority, almost 2/3 is engineering, 1/3 is other courses. But here I want to make it opposite here. This campus is going to be an entertainment university. I want to make this as an entertainment university. Entertainment means all the technology required for entertainment. Today, as I was telling, entertainment is a big unit. You have everything is required there. Arts, we have a lot of courses here available. You are going to select. The student is going to select which course he wants to do. You do these particular courses, the particular degree is given to you. These are the prerequisite. We have prerequisite model only. Suppose you want to do data structures, you have to do the C language. That's all we mentioned. Otherwise, you can take any course. Like computer science students who has joined, he can take mechanical courses, he can take management courses, he can take law courses, he can take architecture courses. Whatever is available in this entire university, you can take certain courses. Certain courses you have to do major certain courses in this thing. All that details I don't want to say because our Dean Academics is here. And coming to progression and skilling, our Dean Professor Srinath is available here. He is extremely tough. If any student fails in any subject, definitely you will get a call from him, from his division. And if you have more than 2-3 subjects, he will call your parent also, because he is in charge of progression. And he will guide you how to go for the higher education, and how to go for research, how to go for various divisions. Like we have various, various divisions we have. You can go for the honors degree, you can go for the honors, and you can go for the entrepreneurship. We have a division. You can go into research also exclusively. You can do your degree doing some subjects in research. You will be given value addition. Whatever you do here, your credit is given here. So definitely, you take this as an opportunity. I am telling you, it is not because my university. I know that meticulously we planned extremely good model, and we have a lot of good faculty available, good facilities, good infrastructure is available here. I want every student to utilize these 3-4 years here, whatever you are spending here, and make it a life experience, definitely. definitely will give you very good, whatever is required for you. I am here to provide you. I want all the students to take it very, very seriously, and I wish you best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your voice and blessed words. I request Dr. Preeti Jha to introduce our guest, Mr. Shrikant Surampudi, General Manager HR and Regional Head Human Resources, TCS for Hyderabad.
Thank you, Purnima. It is my honor to introduce Mr. Shrikant Surampudi. Mr. Shrikant Surampudi has 27 years of industry experience spanning human resources, operations, marketing, out of which the last 18 plus years have been in TCS. He is a General Manager in Human Resources at TCS and currently playing two key roles, that is, the Regional Head of HR for TCS Hyderabad and is responsible for the welfare of 90,000 plus associates based in the region and HR Head for the CMT business unit. Prior to this, he was heading HR for the prestigious initial learning program across TCS, where he was responsible for the value-based induction of about 30,000 plus trainees every year. His early leadership roles in TCS have been talent engagement and talent acquisitions groups. On the academic front, Mr. Shrikant holds an MBA in HR and Marketing from Shivaji University and a Diploma in Industrial Relations and Personal Management from IMT Ghaziabad. He is currently pursuing PhD from Andhra University and MA Psychology from IGNOU. Apart from being a prolific speaker at various seminars and conferences across the country, Mr. Shrikant is an active member of academic advisory boards and governing council for multiple engineering and management institutes. He is one of the executive committee of CII HR and CSI panels, NHRD network and HYSEA. He is a key member in leadership committee of Tata Group in AP and Telangana formed during the pandemic. He is an active member in Tata Pro Engage. On the personal front, as a person who entrusts and encourages the human aspect of every resource in organizations, Mr. Shrikant leads by an example. He is keen on learning at least one thing from every individual he meets. He draws inspirations from his family. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation.
Thank you, Dr. Preeti Jha. I request Mr. Shrikant Surampudi to speak few words.
Very good afternoon. First of all, a big thanks to KL University for inviting me. It's been an honor to be here, and I have a long journey with the college. I call it college because the first time I visited was in 2005 when it was KLC, and it was a beautiful campus in Vijayawada, and from there to what I'm seeing today, it's just phenomenal. So before I share a few thoughts, I thought it is very essential after listening to the Chancellor Sir, VC Sir and Principal. I think I would request all of you to just give a big round of applause first for all the wonderful work that they do. I know many of you might not have had breakfast, but I think there is lunch also after this, so please give a bigger round of applause. Make it resound, let them feel special for all the good work they're doing. Yeah. So I just thought I will give you a perspective from what I have seen and what I heard sitting here. It's amazing to see the journey that they have embarked upon from in the last 43 years, from being a college, one of the first 3 private institutions in the combined states of AP and Telangana, and continuing the journey, because there are a lot of players. You'll see in many industries, you'll see a lot of people, a lot of players who've been there for multiple decades, but constantly innovating themselves and going up the ladder and raising the bar every few years is what makes all the difference, and the difference is what we are seeing here. So I thought I will look at it from a different angle. because I see that there's a mix of audience here. So just for my better understanding, how many are the students who are joining here? Can you just raise your hands? How many amongst the audience are the students who are joining? Okay. Yeah, thank you. And I presume rest of them are all parents except media in front. So I thought I will look at it from a different angle, as I said. Let's look at it from 3 or 4 angles. What does a parent want when they come to a college or an institute, when they want to get an admission? Parent would look at the quality of the university, the reputation that they have, the kind of faculty that is there, the kind of management that is running it, and the infrastructure that they have, right? What does the student want to look at when they come in? Where are the friends joining? Is this very good? Is it close to all the malls or metro stations around so that I can comfortably travel here and there? Is it having a big name? And some of them would also look at placements because it's too early. After +2 you would not know about placements and all. But many of the students would want to be in a place where they will go to a college, proudly say that I belong to a particular institute, and also have a lot of freedom. Because many of us, when we cross the 12th class, we just feel that it's freedom, right? Independence. And then let me look at it from what the academia wants. What does the university look at? They would want to have people as students. They would want to have students who are coming from a good lineage, good background. Need not be that the person belongs to a very affluent family. I don't think any academic institute looks at it, especially knowing KL University and the management. I know for very surely that they would not look at that. They would look at simplicity amongst the family that is coming in, the way they have brought up the ward or the child, and what is it that they are, where are they partnering with the academic institute? Because it's not like a relay race where you're just passing the baton and that's it. The next set of people are supposed to fully handle. In the current times, it's even more important that there is a very remotely connected partnership between parents and the academia while the student is embarking upon these 4 years. It's so nice to hear that the 4 years is now cut short to 3 years here, because they are shaping the future and completing everything in 3 years to give the freedom to the opportunity to the student from the 3rd to 4th year to just brush up much more better, prepare for the future, and see the success that their seniors have already displayed, and also take it further from there. So, and the 4th one is the industry, which I represent. My friend Ravi from Tech Mahindra, Richard, my senior colleague from TCS, what we represent. What do we look at? Because it's a very interesting set of people, if you notice. Parents are there throughout. The academic institute and the faculty that you would see will be there for this 4 years in person with you and throughout with you in your journey later. But they will be closely connected with you these 4 years. And then comes the industry where we welcome the finished product. That's what we call it. You come in as actually if you look at it from the factory model, it's a raw material coming in, being shaped, being carved, being polished, and then comes in as a finished product to the industry. I can very confidently say right from 2005 when I first visited KL campus till today when I just entered, I could feel the same vibrance, I could feel the same energy that I saw there in Vijayawada, because it is to do with the way the ecosystem has been created here. It is to do with what we are seeing. My colleague Richard will add to it. What we have seen and are seeing in our organization from so many years, where we have your seniors in very prestigious positions. VC sir gave some phenomenal numbers. I don't know how many of you heard it. If there's a recording, please see it again. You will be amazed to hear the number of CEOs, the number of vice presidents, the number of people who have created jobs. The greatest thing is to create a job and give employment to many people. While you're working in an organization, learn. There are many others who are also creating jobs for others. And then connecting it with, so from the industry, when we see at least I'm sure Ravi will add from Tech Mahindra, but from TCS, we belong to a very, strong lineage of values and ethics, where giving back to society is very prime to us. It's so heartening to hear be it the epic or be it what they've done in smart villages in Vijayawada and continuing to do. See, the most important thing is the constant time. In my childhood, I used to think, when September 5th used to come, Teachers' Day, we used to do tree plantation. So it was very exciting because we don't have to sit in the class, we have to all go out and do the plantation. I was very happy. But as I was growing up, I realized that I was planting a sapling in the same place every year. I didn't know, because it is not about planting the sapling, right? It is about nurturing it and making it to grow. That I didn't know it when I was in school, because aiming at 100%. I really don't know how many other institutes can proudly say this. So you are actually in safe hands. Students are in safe hands. Parents, you have taken the right decision to bring your people here, bring your wards here. But it doesn't stop here. Because the entire process and the rest of the students are joining, the primary thing is how relevant am I to what is happening around me. We are all listening about, hearing about ChatGPT, AI, and the intervention that these innovations can do to our lives. But how much is the student doing it? Is it only useful for filling assignments? Or is that the only mindset that we have to see it with? No. The way a student has to see technology and developments around us is how you're going to stay relevant for the future. How is it that I am going to, number one, first of all, do I even know what is happening? So, staying relevant is all about reading what's happening around you. Use the same phone to learn, to read one thing. At least ask yourselves once a week, is there anything new that I've done? I keep saying this all the time. Ask yourself this question: when was the last time I did something for the first time? And then you will have an answer. And for the students especially, I'm telling, when we meet many people, we ask some questions, we hear some people trying to give some answer, or they'll say, I don't know. And you have a choice. You want to be in the top and in the visible front, then this institute and all the good work that they're doing is only going to make it so easy for you, because they're doing their best. They're putting everything on a platter and giving you. It's up to you to pick and choose what you want. But if you're not making use of it, you will still be being relevant, staying relevant, having that hunger to learn all throughout, be it in any field. The beauty is what Chancellor Sir just said, 50% is only academics. So you're actually very lucky. I wish I was in college now, because when we all were studying, it was only syllabus and exams coming up. The performance that you do, maybe you have a talent of dance or singing or any other activity that is there. And some of you think, I don't do all this, so what? Or then I might lose opportunity. No. In your college annual festivals and all, if somebody is performing on stage, there's a lot of planning that goes behind. There's a lot of structuring that goes behind. You could be part of that. And when you showcase this during your interviews, it adds a lot of value to your overall engineering degree. So my suggestion would be to stay relevant, be hungry, hunger to learn new things, have a mentor, and this university provides you all these mentors on a platform. And then the industry academia interaction that is there, my colleague Richard will touch upon it, how we connect with students remotely and how we come to colleges and share our experiences throughout, so that there is a mentor-mentee relationship. You get to know what is happening, having an outside-in view, because most of the times you get an inside-out view while in the college. So you get an outside-in view, and when you see that there is a lot of acceptance to your university, your college, the confidence grows. But at the same time, as I said, the entire model has shifted from a faculty teaching all the time to a student learning now. Today, a faculty is more of a coach, an enabler, a facilitator of knowledge. But it is the responsibility of the student to own up and take this on your shoulders and learn new things. So So there are many more things that I thought I should tell, but wonderfully covered by speakers before me. I can just summarize again by saying, while you do all this, make sure that the value system that you have grown up with from your childhood, because your parents are your first teachers. Parents sitting here are your first teachers, and then they are handing over the baton of taking that ownership to the teachers over here. So you have a reason to give a lot of respect to the people who are now going to own up your future. And this next 4 years is going to be the turning point. As we always say, this is where life is not possible just with coming and sitting and listening to people, but also putting in an effort of learning new things on your own. If there is a debate, an inter-college competition, and on the spot there is a topic given, would you be ready to speak? Ask yourselves. You should be able, which is so nice. So which means you know your boundaries very clearly. Inside the boundaries, make sure that restricted freedom that Sir said, you take it as freedom with responsibility. And once you own up that responsibility, programs like EPIC and all, where you give back to society. And when you have to teach, you have to be prepared. You will get used to getting prepared for anything in future. And when you teach a set of people whom you don't know, it's as good as you are able to manage it, you're going to manage in future. So just one small area that you just venture out can shape your career in the future. So there are a few more things that I thought I should tell, but paucity of time, I would stop here. I can only tell the parents that you've taken the right decision. I can tell the students that you've taken a great decision to be here. I think even the management is very assured of all the good work that the students will be doing in future. And I'll be, along with my colleague Ravi from Tech Mahindra, from TCS, we'll be looking forward to hiring many of you in future. All the very best. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words and also for sharing your student life experience with us. I would like to request Ms. Atisha Rai to introduce Dr. G. Ravi Chandra, General Manager HR, Tech Mahindra.
Sabhaya Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. ఈ జన్మనిచ్చినంత తల్లిదండ్రులకు విద్యాబుద్ధులు నేర్పిన నా గురువులకు ఇక్కడ మీ ముందు నుంచి నేను మాట్లాడగలిగే అర్హత ఇచ్చిన కేఎల్యూ మేనేజ్మెంట్ వారికి టేకింగ్ రైట్ డెసిషన్ మీన్స్ వై ఇట్ ఈస్ ద రైట్ డెసిషన్. See, earlier principals have said that people from the families, people asked saying that, am I going to take the right decision for this college? Why should I want to get into my kid, into my what, into this college? Yes, you have done the right decision, you have taken a right step. You may ask, what is an empowerment for you, Mr. Ravi, to say this? I say, I am proud to be called as Dr. Ravi Chandra because of this institute. I did my post-graduation PhD from KL University, Vijayawada. And I proudly say, from last decade, I am observing the students of KL University people working with me. So I can see the differentiator from the other institutions and the KLU institution guy, how he has been possessing himself as a leader. Today I am calling it as a leader because they are the engineers on the day one, but they are matured enough to stand in front of the corporate as a leader. So that's where the institute, where your ward or the guy or the person or the student is studying. So that is the way you need to be proud, and me as a student, I enjoyed this culture. Me as a corporate citizen, I enjoy this culture. So this is the two important reasons which I am quoting, showcasing to all the parents and students, you are to be in the right hands. When I say right hands, means getting an admission from KLU itself is not a right hand to saying that your job is over. No, there is a transformation. Gold is always a gold. If I give 100 grams of gold, can you enjoy that gold? No. When it moves from the transformation of various stages, when it becomes an ornament, then you can enjoy the feel of the gold. The same way, as a student, when you start learning yourself, studying from the KL University, and then when you pass the transformation, whatever that has been provided by your lecturers, and that will be provide you to stand in front of the world as a corporate citizen. As a corporate citizen. So that's what you need to build your skills. How to build your skills? Skills cannot come just to buy in somewhere, because you may have money, but skill cannot be bought. How to do that? There is a process. What is the process? Each individual has to make himself or herself to design. What to design? People will say that normal HR interviews or wherever it is there, if you see the Googles or whatever the YouTubes, what is your short-term, long-term goals? I am not believing it is short-term, long-term goal. There is an objective for you. Every individual of the human life is a destiny. There is a specific, there is a meaning. Each individual has empowered to do anything. But what is that empowered to do anything is the lies on you. How you are going to grab that opportunity, that lies on you. So for that, you need to start understanding yourself with an objective. When there is an objective, there is a set of goals that has been around that. When you create your goal, then you should be prepared with your action plan. When there is an action plan is there, it will not say, that will be in the book, but your hard work will also be worked out. When there is a hard work, there is a mentors, there are the people, there is a review mechanism, all these things put together to create you a value proposition. You learn on your own, then you are the top. Next, B. Being today. Means, okay, today ChatGPT, so many people, so many things see. Forget your control C, control V. As long as you are focused on control C, control V, your memory will be not mature enough. That will be stands and saying. Forget that. Start looking at what is happening. That has to be consistency to be required. You do it. You may get a bad result. Not a problem. There is an opportunity for you to learn. So every time when you have been failing yourself, you need to understand and demonstrate yourself, saying that there is an opportunity provided to learn more. Means it is not being compounded with a boundary of your skill. It is being provided to a boundaryless opportunity for you to learn and exhibit and prove yourself what you are. And that's where you need to do. The fourth point is the determination. If you are not going to travel with the right direction, then you are going to pay the penalty for that. What is the penalty? Golden opportunity of 4 years is getting of a right man. Then what is the fun that you are spending 4 years over here? Then there is no point. Here in this sense, I am not looking at the institute, the curriculum period or the 4 years of study, which I am referring to. Hence, my sincere urgent request to you is that for all the students, please make a habit when you are entering into the office and in the college, while leaving it, write one sentence on your own. Maybe you spend your time with your friend since morning to evening, nothing learned, not an issue. Write it. After 30 days, just read out all 30 days what you have done. Then that is your self-introspective, that what you want to become and what you want to be here when you have been asked to do. So no one is going to be vigilant for your work. No one is going to be asked what you are doing. No one is to be required, your parent is to be required whether you have done, you went for college or gone for some movie or something, not required. Self-index is your 30 days, your own sentences. Then once you are there, then you need to prepare yourself, what I want to be. Is that my objective when at the time of the day when I joined on the KL University on 20th of July 2023, my ambition is so much, and after 30 days I am doing this, am I doing the right sense or not? That question gives you the right perspectives. Your urgent request to you is that please prepare yourself what you want to be. Institute is good, and here the question people never ask you where you are coming from. People will only question what you want, how you want, where you want. So these are the three questions the management is asking always, because I experienced as a student. Because it's a time for you to get the things. అమృత కలశం పెట్టారండి, అమృత ఎంత తాగుతారో మీ ఇష్టం. ఆ భావన మీలో రావాలి, ఆ భాష జ్ఞానం మీకు తెలియాలి. There are the professors, there are the lecturers, but your aim is that how I am going to utilize my professor time. So make use of professor's time, learn things, make yourself comfort, and then things are in your fingertips. Nobody is going to stand. After 10 years, next decade, when you have been request to the parents is that, I am also a parent, or the kid, we share our love and affection. Don't give luxury. Luxury they have to earn on their own. But comfort, books, travel, whatever it may be, we can share all our affections. But please don't be asking to give or when you have been asked to supply that. So that is the only desolate area. So that's where we'll say that పుత్రోత్సాహము పుట్టదు పుత్రుడు జన్మించినప్పుడే జనుల ఆ పుత్రుని కలిగినగా ఆనందోత్సాహము సుమతి. So everyone feels that, okay, today I am having a kid, I am enjoying it so and so, correct? But we need to learn from Satyanarayana Garu as an individual. That's what the Putrotsaham is. You have done a great job. So for him to do business, he can do any kind of business. But institutions, putting it together, give a social responsibility, put the things in the right manner, why this has been done? So that's what we need to learn from our own psychologies or methodologies and put forward as being a good student of KL University. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir, for inspiring our students by your words. I call upon Ms. Atisha Rai to introduce Mr. Richard King, Regional Head, Academic Interface Program, TCS Hyderabad.
Mr. Richard King is the Region Head for Academic Interface Program at TCS Hyderabad. He has over 29 years experience in IT consultancy at TCS, with the last 20 years in senior management roles. He was responsible for setting up TCS Malaysia and was the country manager, board of director for 2 years. Mr. Richard King has managed large teams across multiple geographies for multiple customers and various roles both on-site and offshore. He has led multiple teams for campus placements for various campuses in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh and is a board of studies member for many universities and autonomous colleges. Mr. Richard King has an M.Tech in Computer Science from the University of Hyderabad, B.Tech in Mechanical Engineering from Kakatiya University, and Masters in Psychology from Acharya Nagarjuna University.
Thank you, Ms. Rai. I request Mr. Richard King to address the gathering.
First of all, thank you KL University for inviting me to be part of this orientation session, and thank you sir, and thank you VC sir. Our association goes a long way, and I don't want to repeat the things which have already been said. I know it's quite late, and all of you have been sitting quite patiently. While we have been associated with KL University, and the things which I have learned today, great things, I'm also overwhelmed. There's a saying, it goes like this: without vision, the people perish. And 43 years and counting, the university is thriving. That's because of the vision which they have. It's not just leaders, it's visionaries who are creating the future. And as the Chancellor Sir mentioned, if you will taking a trip to the space, yes, it is possible here in KL University. That is journey which you are embarking. So I would want you to, take time to appreciate the people behind this, right? I'm sure you're having your parents or your family. So if you can really thank them, look into their eye, thank them, if you can hug them, that will be great. Because they are the people who are making a difference in your life, and I would want you to take just next 1 minute, please thank them. I'm sure now you wouldn't have thanked them because you thought, it's just an ordinary thing that it is their responsibility to, put me in some college and all. So please take time to thank them. I'm sure you have people, right? Your parents? Nobody wants to thank? Yeah, I know it's embarrassing. I put you on the spot, but please thank your parents or your, Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, please. Yeah, I see people hugging. Great. I know it's, we don't have this culture of really, saying thank you because a lot of times we take it for granted. But yeah. Yeah, thank you for taking time. If you have not done here, you can go home and still do it. Okay? Right. So, a lot of things have been told. Being the sixth person, I think everything is covered. But still, some points I would want to emphasize. Yes, it's not just studies, it's other things. Because while we are all with technology around, it's not just technology. We are humans first. Technology comes next. Now it's become like, everything is technology. We are so much bogged down with technology. So we are humans first, so let's continue to be humans. Let's connect with people, and it's a great opportunity because I understand that there are students from other states as well, not Telugu states, but other states. For the students from other states, it's a great opportunity for you to learn the language. Anything you learn is not going to go waste. So please learn, collaborate, make friends, and make things happen. Yes, with so much of technology and so many corporates say do this certification, do this, and so many things are there. They are doing their part. But your part is to look at things, what we call as T factor, which is in TCS, right? You should know something of everything and everything of something. So the T, the depth is you need to know everything of something, while the T, the horizontal, is knowing something of everything. If you know, because at UG level, if you know what are the various things, what exactly are things, then you will be able to decide which one to really take up and which area to pursue. And internships play quite an important role in an engineer. A lot of times we look for internships towards the end of the fourth year, third year or so, but groups of, and come up and try to solve the problems. And you have a great campus, new campus, so, right? And it's brand new. So, whatever you make out of this campus, whatever memories you have, whatever milestones, that's the benchmark. You can achieve things. You have all the infrastructure and all the 90% of them are PhDs. That itself speaks of the level at which the campus is. Make use of it. All this while we were, as students, we were thinking of teacher, and we have this fear of teacher. When you come to engineering, it's the place where you can really explore, and they are there to guide you. So you can come up with your ideas, and they are there to help you and come up with whether it is something which you want to start up, something which you want to pursue. So please, I would want to let you know is, yes, it's not about just programming. While we have so many, contests, so many things which we have to learn programming. But where do we use this programming? So we need to know what is the domain. If you are interested in a particular area because you have choice-based credit system, so you have the flexibility to choose the area which you are interested in. So, which is like if you are interested in pursuing a career in banking, probably you can pick up, some courses related to that, so that you can have you're specialized in that area, and companies which are looking for people who are specialized in that area with technology background, I think you will be the right fit. So yes, explore, find out what your interests are. That will be really something which you can enjoy the fruits of what you invest in yourself. And yes, communication we all have been hearing of, but communication has gone to the next level, which is articulation, which how you really package it, how you really present it, how you convey it in a short story form, right? When you all go for an interview, right, how do you present yourself in that very short span of time? Because if you are given one day to help and various things will help, you might want to take the paper and draw pictures, but how you can articulate, if you practice it right. And I'm sure you are going to, raise the bar higher and achieve a lot of laurels for you, your family, and also to this great university. With that, all the best. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words, and also to create a little emotional movement between parents and students here. Now, we take this opportunity to felicitate our today's guest. I request our sir to do the honors. We request the dignitaries to join the felicitation.
Program slightly got delayed, due to which the programs scheduled for today, the presentations by Additional Dean Academics as well as the Dean Skill Development are planned tomorrow morning for all the students. Tomorrow, as usual, the class work commences. We'll have the presentation here for the students only. And the transportation facility will be finalized once we get the request from the students about the routes. So far, it is not yet finalized. The transport room is there. You please meet those who are looking for the transport provision from tomorrow. Thank you.
In continuation to what Richard King sir has said, gratitude is a great gesture. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to one and all. It has been a great honor to be a part of this wonderful event. On behalf of KL University, Dean to be University, Hyderabad, Bachupally campus, I would like to thank all of you who are here for making the most to be with us despite heavy rain and helping us to make this event a grand success. I would like to extend my immense gratitude to our management for all the support and encouragement. We thank our principal for the entire backup and the trust and the hand-holding he extended to us from time to time. Thank you very much, sir. We thank your esteemed guests. Thank you one and all. We wish you all a wonderful and a successful academic journey ahead. Thank you, one and all.